As Chris, as an investor, he says retail stock owners have a tremendous advantage over the majors, the investment companies and whatnot, contrary to the myth that these guys will always be able to beat the retail investors. But the key is knowledge. It's an understanding of the stock. It's the ability to zero in, which we do on this channel on Tesla. It's the ability to spend a lot of time. And I think a lot of retail investors don't get that. They think they can put in an hour here and an hour there and then beat the market. It takes hours and hours. Now, Brett says he follows, I think, 120 companies. But you've been doing this a long time. You're invested in several companies, and you're also doing VC investing. What do you think? How many hours should I know it's impossible to say, but what do you think is reasonable for somebody to spend right now in terms of weekly amount of research on a company like Tesla in order to have a shot at being able to beat the street?
Look, I invest in a few companies at a time, not a lot of companies at a time, because I prefer to do my own research.
Yeah.
And my research consists of reading a heck of a lot about the company, from the naysayers and the yay-sayers. And then doing, as you say, I just read a lot of 10Qs and a lot of 10Ks, a lot. And I learn from them. And then I have some friends who give me ideas, tell me and every friend's idea I research. I listen to people like Chris. I listen to people like yourself. I listen to the podcasts. I listen to Herbert's podcast. I used to listen to Rob Mauer a lot on Tesla, and I read a lot about the companies I'm interested in, and I look at Motley Fool for ideas. So the resources on the web, it's just amazing for the retail investor, just amazing. So for ideas, I go to guys like Chris, I go to Motley Fool, I listen to yourself, Herbert, for research on specific companies, I go to certain people like Rob on Tesla, X, or I follow all the majors,
right.
Definitely Holmar's blog, without question. And then I'm a member of quite a few groups that are very interested, and one group is Rebellionaires, that's Brad's group.
Right.
But I couldn't agree with Chris more. I couldn't agree with you more. You just got to do the work. Now, how much work? It depends.
Yeah.
So a company like Tesla needs a lot of work because there is so much negative press about them. But the negative press is very interesting because it does lead to controversy, and that controversy does drive out a lot of truth.
Right.
So there's a lot of value in that negative press for me. Mm-hmm. And I do read, the bears and I soon learn who are ridiculous.
Right. Yes.
And I learn who are making really good points. And then there are some Tesla bulls who are very, very critical, and the analysis is pretty darn good. I'm thinking of James Catt, Aloda. Then there are guys who do, the detail. James, he does this incredible, detail with these 69 spreadsheets. By the way, spreadsheets are bloody good because in the detail you can find answers to questions that you have. For example, the tax question, or just as one example. Anyway, long answer to your question. Couldn't agree more. The retail shareholder has got so much on their side. I mean, I've outperformed my colleagues, my friends, private, their advisors by far. In my investments, But I don't expose myself to the market as much as my colleagues are exposed to the market by their investors.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a little bit more conservative than that.
Right. If you happen to be a big fan of the Cybertruck, you might also be interested in this super fun Cybertruck refrigerator magnet and bottle opener. It is made out of super thick stainless steel, just like the Cybertruck, and it has this giant magnet on the back, so it's going to hold a lot of stuff on your refrigerator. It's an amazing gift, and it comes in that great gift box that you saw before that uses a magnet opener, just almost like an Apple box, like when you get Apple products. You can buy it on Amazon for $29.95, or you can buy it direct from me by sending $25 to paypal.me/Randy Kirk, all in lowercase letters. Please indicate whether you want the stainless steel look, or maybe you'd like to have this very clever camo version. And then if you're not in the US, please add $20 for freight. If you'd like more than one, please check the information below to get pricing, as well as all that information I just told you will be repeated in the information below. So once again, think about joining the channel, getting the up-to-date Tesla news every single day. I think you'll be glad you did.